Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is Ben, super Ben.
I mean, yeah, I'm a superhero. And when people tell me that someone's the bad guy, I don't ask questions. I just beat the shit out of them. And I eat Oreos while I'm doing it.
So many Oreos.
Dude, God, I was getting sick. It was a lot. We watched
the new
Yeah.
Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Superhero.
Man, so fucking good. I want to start with my teeny, I think at this point, common beef. Can you guess what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you have any idea what my beef might be? Small beef with the film.
Not enough Goku?
No, actually. I guess it's kind of a two little points that are related. And maybe it might be because part of this might be due to the CG, which I think was fine overall. It took some getting used to. It was a little weird. It felt like I was watching video game cutscenes.
When it needs to look good, it looks good.
That's true. No, the whole time I was like, I don't know if the CGI was like, why are we doing this? Where's the benefit? And then the fucking fight happened. I'm like, oh, there's the see. No, that it got incredible. But the part that really left me underwhelmed was when Piccolo is gaslighting Gohan into thinking Pan's been kidnapped. And I'm like, he needed to be angrier. And then the follow-up was, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I say that I wish we would just occasionally get to watch them like rinse somebody. You know, I need the low tier peon that gets just absolutely annihilated by one of the Saiyans, and then we move on to the battle. So Gohan is pissed. He goes all the way there, and then we get like an actual fight. I think it would have been absolute perfection if we had one more slightly weaker Gamma or something, so that android could get absolutely blown away during Gohan's anger, and then we can have an actual fight. Other than that, the movie is absolutely perfect.
We do get Gamma 2 getting wrecked by Orange Piccolo.
Oh, dude.
He does get completely destroyed.
Speaking of fucking Orange Piccolo. Man, I am so glad that I was only spoiled on the fact that it's Orange Piccolo. And you had mentioned the Dragon Balls. And I didn't know... You know, I just know Dragon Balls. I didn't know who it was. Like, who was getting the power-up necessarily. I knew that Orange Piccolo existed, but I didn't know those were related. So in my head, for some reason, I'm like, oh, someone's just going to get the Dragon Balls and wish to be stronger or whatever. The way they did it was dope. I love that they went back to the, like, pulling out your inner power, like unlocking the rest of your potential or whatever. And then, like, a little bonus or whatever.
Shenron's bonus.
Yeah, and a little something extra. And that's important. That was good. I was very happy. And then, like, they show Piccolo, and he has a little mirror, and he's like a lighter color. I'm like, okay, it's Orange Piccolo. If they decided to name this form Chad Strongjaw Piccolo, I would have been not surprised. But when he actually turns orange and gets the fucking jaw, I'm like, I was losing my mind. I was not expecting
Thick Piccolo.
Thick Chad Piccolo. Like, I wasn't expecting it at all. That was incredible.
Yeah. So I'd seen like images. I got spoiled on and I think they showed it in the trailer even.
Of sure.
Like Piccolo just being a slightly different color, like that power up. But not Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo. When I saw it in the movie theater, I think, or when I saw it when I watched the movie for the first time.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Oh, that shit was so good.
The other thing I was spoiled on was that Cell was involved, was in this movie somehow, but again, that's not what you think it is gonna be either.
Yeah.
It's very different. It's a very different thing.
The funniest thing,
Kaiju cell.
yeah, the funniest thing I saw was, immediately I go and check up. There was like a spoiler thread or whatever from Reddit. And I was like, all right, what were people saying right in the moment? So many people were talking about like, oh, like Piccolo as one of the main characters, like, oh, Gohan as one of the main characters. Oh, it's so good to have a film about Piccolo and Gohan and blah blah blah. I'm like, you're all fucking wrong. You're stupid. You're foolish, and you're objectively incorrect. Pan is the main character, and it's incredible. Oh, she's so good.
She's so good, dude.
It's just so fucking fun. Oh man, she's adorable, and she's like.
Her school outfit is so good.
So cute. And then she's like, Piccolo's like, yeah, we got to pretend you're kidnapped. Act like you're scared. She's like, oh, that sounds fun. I'm like, finally. Maybe the Goku energy skips a generation.
Oh, she's so good.
Incredible.
That was like, in the trailer, they just showed the shot of her like, when she's trying to fly at the beginning of the movie, and she's like powering up.
Yeah.
They like just showed that shot and like a shot of her like kicking forward from like before then, and I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be amazing. It's like all my worries about the CG went out the window. It's like, oh, this is all I want in the world though.
Yeah.
Is Pan being fucking adorable and great.
No, dude, that like 11 out of 10. That's the rest of the movie could have been dog shit. I wouldn't have even cared. Like, it was just, it made my heart happy. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, just at the core.
Her big smile as she just runs away from Piccolo at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to school.
She's like 3.
Uh-huh.
It's just so funny. Oh, man.
And I love, like, there's just so many, like, little details in this that
you mean the little detail that I didn't get the full effect of because we skipped the driving license filler episode? When Piccolo is flying away in the ship with Pan, and she's like, "You're bad at this." He's like, "Well, I never got my license."
Yeah, I think that's a dubism.
I know what this is supposed to be.
Yeah, that line isn't in the Japanese though.
Whatever. I didn't watch it.
I think he says, "This kind of thing isn't my specialty." In Japanese,
Also correct
or whatever. Uh-huh.
I did.
But yeah, that's a good little reference by the dub.
Yeah,
Throw in the driver's license thing.
I thought the way they did the villains and kind of mixed it in with the whole like good guy bad guy thing, I thought that was pretty good. I was really as soon as they're like, we're gonna hire you to build androids, I was like groaning internally. 'Cause we should be so far past the point of humans being able to create something, but Cell is kind of like the exception. Because he's organic, he's made of cells or whatever. So like I bringing him back, I think was I was like, okay, I'll allow it. And then he was big, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then Piccolo got big, and I'm like, it's all been worth it. We were building towards this moment.
I fucking love Krillin yelling at him, just get big. He's like, what? Get big. Don't you remember? Like, he's like, oh yeah.
All right, I did do that.
Yeah. It's like basically a bluff because he doesn't get any stronger.
Yeah,
but in this case, it allows him to grapple better.
Yeah. Speaking of getting big, man, everybody got an ass upgrade in this. Film. Fucking
Bulma, literally.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I can't believe they did the like 10-second shot of her digging through her toolbox or whatever. Just booty in your face, but they did it before the wish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The shit with...
I just love that Bulma has just been repeatedly making extremely petty wishes on the Dragon Balls over and over again.
2 millimeters. on the eyelashes. It's unbelievable.
Done. Shinran's fucking used to it by now.
Yeah, he doesn't even care. Hey, he's not here to judge your wish. He's just here to grant it.
Uh-huh.
And I fucking love afterwards that they're like, we could have brought Goku and Vegeta here.
Could have brought Goku and Vegeta here. We're idiots.
Yeah. Man. Oh, their bits were good too. The whole the ending where Vegeta barely wins and like nobody else gives a shit. Meanwhile, Broly and Lemmo are like crying.
Yes.
Also, Beerus
fighting.
Beerus having a thing for how's her name pronounced again? Chilai?
Chilai?
Just random. I didn't get either the sub or the dub comment from Whis about it though. He says something like
Beerus has a type.
Does he say he has a? I guess in the dub he just says type, doesn't he? And the sub, it's like something like he's traditional or something. I'm like, I don't understand. But it was pretty good. It was a good little. It was.
He liked a cute girl. I don't know.
Traditional, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Him getting ice cream was fantastic.
Yep.
I thought they were gonna get weird with it, and then he's just like, "No, everybody's getting ice cream." Like, that's perfect.
Stop doing the dishes. Come eat ice cream with us.
Yo, what the hell are you doing? It's ice cream time.
I do think so. In terms of CG, I do think that section of the movie markedly looks the worst. Everything on Beerus's planet, particularly like Goku and Vegeta and Whis.
Whis was
character models.
Whis was. Honest to God, the first time I saw Whis, my thought was like the meme where it's like, "Don't worry, CGI Whis isn't real. He can't hurt you."
Yeah,
like it was weird.
That part of the movie just clearly didn't get as much love.
Kind of makes sense
as some other stuff. Whereas opposed to like Korrin looks fucking amazing in this movie.
Korrin looked really good. Yeah. That was kind of strange.
Like Piccolo's just here casually chatting with Yajirobe and Korrin, and it looks so much better than everything on with Goku and Vegeta and on Beerus's world in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just funny. But that's the core of the story. It's about Piccolo, honestly.
Yeah, man.
That's why it's CG, because Piccolo doesn't have hair, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's the green light they needed.
You wouldn't want to do this for a movie about Goku. That hair is just a problem.
It's an issue. God, we got to see it twice, and it doesn't really get old. Where someone goes through the power up, and then the person who was previously kicking their ass punches them, and they literally don't move or feel it. It's so good. It's just a classic. And the fact that like
Gamma on Orange Piccolo and then fucking Cell Max on Gohan.
Yeah, man.
His giant fist is like bigger than Gohan's body, and Gohan just takes it and then like pushes it back with one hand. Oh,
so was Gohan, from what I haven't done a deep dive or anything because I'm still planning on watching it, but is Gohan's thing like sort of similar to like GT stuff? Because I feel like it looked. No, maybe I'm just like thinking maybe the red eyes are just like that's it. I guess I know there's something in GT with like pink eyes or red eyes or something. So I guess I assumed, but okay, it was cool. He went to
it's Gohan Beast, I think is the official term for it.
For this form.
That form, yeah.
Okay. See, this seems like GT stuff, because wasn't there like a Beast thing?
No. It's just Super Saiyan 4 in GT.
Is literally just 4? Jesus.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You're sure it wasn't SSJ4, a completely different format?
That's just Super Saiyan.
Oh, I still think of that now and again.
Super Saiyajin.
No, man, it's different. You just got to wait it out.
One day
They'll throw a J in there and I'll be validated. Man, everything was just so fucking.
It is very funny
good.
at the very end, and you just see Gohan like standing around, and his hair is so long.
His hair is just, yeah, that guy is.
It looks very silly.
Yeah.
When you're just in profile.
Yeah. I like that we got the fucked up fusion from big tall.
This is the first time we get
Trunks and Gohan.
Yeah. The great. It's the first time where they're just stuck in the fat form for the whole fight now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they don't get another chance.
Dude, they blue balled us right at the end. They do, because when Pan learns to fly, she flies between them as they're doing the fusion. And I'm like,
yeah, they didn't want to create that character model.
Yeah. Save it for the next film or whatever the hell.
Oh, although we did get a lot of, like, they made a character model for General Black or Staff Officer Black in the montage at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was so cool, that montage of old Red Ribbon stuff.
Oh,
I was so hyped.
Yeah, man. I was kind of, on one hand, I was hyped, but I keep thinking of things that I want, even though they're completely unrealistic. So
Sure.
we see the montage, and then we see Pan, and I'm like, what if this film was just Pan like destroying the Red Ribbon Army? Like, let's just roll it back, do it again. Oh man, that's
She does kick that one guy.
Oh, she absolutely beats that dude. Piccolo.
I don't know this man.
I don't know him. Oh, sorry, it's a security check. So there was a little thing in there actually. I was gonna ask. I don't know if we were supposed to take it at face value or if it was suggesting something, but we have the bit where Pan recognizes him because of his key, and then later Gohan doesn't recognize him. And that face value, Piccolo's like, he's this out of practice? Is that just what it is? Or is it something else, like Piccolo's upgrade or something?
I think it's just supposed to show, like, the Gohan's out of it.
Jesus. Guy needs to throw a punch once in a while. Him studying and the weight of the training gear was fucking great. Just at his desk.
Finally got an answer of what kind of science Gohan studies.
Bugs.
Instead of just generic smart guy stuff. Yeah, he's studying ants that go Super Saiyan.
It's like they're Super Saiyan.
He studies bugs because he's a nerd. We also got a detail of Dell is teaching like a martial arts class, which I really liked.
That made me very happy. Yeah, that was good shit.
Piccolo finally has a house.
His fucking phone.
And a cell phone?
The stuffed animals.
The stuffed animal pile that Dell and Gohan just keep giving him.
We'll get you another stuffed animal. He's like, one was already too many. He has a little cat phone too. It has like the ears.
Yes. Well, I love the way he holds the phone from like his does a claw grip from the top, letting it hang in front of his face.
Yeah, it's a big L from Death Note vibes, except less cringe, more funny.
Mm-hmm. And it's like the way he pilots that plane with like his arms arched up.
Yeah, and he's doing like two fingers on each side of the little flight steering wheel.
Yeah.
It's if he was, I suppose they didn't do it in the driving filler episode, but he's the type of guy who would, like, if he was in a manual car, he like shifts with like 3 fingers. A delicate little shift on the gear stick.
Mm-hmm. I love Pan telling him he can't park there. He takes her to the ship.
Yeah. God, Pan is so good.
Oh, her fucking smile. It's just so good.
He's so cute.
Yep. Yeah.
So there was a bit that I appreciate. I love this ongoing joke that they just keep rolling with, like, everybody thinks Mr. Satan defeated Cell, and they like kind of furthered it along where they're like,
it's so good.
We're still gathering data on him because like he's probably insane or whatever.
Mr. Satan has to be the strongest of all of them.
Yeah, dude, like that shit was incredible.
Like they even know Majin Buu.
Yeah.
But they think Mr. Satan is the most powerful. Oh, it's so funny.
That was just too good.
I really love their fucking like conspiracy view of the world.
Like, yeah, I guess I was
because like there's just enough that's true to it.
Yeah. So
in terms of them being aliens and stuff.
I fucking love when Guy is like, I knew it, you're an alien. And I'm like, you're not wrong, I guess. Like half alien or whatever.
Mm.
And I like the idea of, why can't I think of the kid's name? Not a kid. It's 26 or whatever the fuck. Superhero boy.
Dr. Hedo.
Yeah. I like that idea. Like he actually wants to be good and then like sees that they're good. Mm-hmm. That was that made me happy. That's what I needed. As opposed to like refuses to believe it and then gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, like he knows the Red Ribbon Army is evil, but he just wants the funding.
Dude, I mean, like, I'm sure anyone watching this who was in a research position is like, yeah.
Yeah.
The funding, though.
The funding, though.
And unlimited
then he
Oreos?
Builds his androids with a sense of heroism.
Yeah.
And gets shot for it.
And I mean, like, he didn't want Cell to be activated. Mm-hmm. He's like, he won't be able to be controlled. Like, wait until we program him properly, and then you can have your little, I forget what he calls it, like a force parade or whatever the hell.
Yeah. He's like, after the Gammas have actually saved the day, then you can have your post campaign with Cell Max showing off or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember the wording either.
Something.
I love that the Gammas have fucking holographic projectors, so when Gamma 2's fighting Piccolo, they're like fucking manga sound effects everywhere.
Bam.
Like those are actually happening. Yeah. He's got holograms.
Piccolo, like,
why gotta look cool?
Why can I see your sound effects? Man. No, that was a great bit. I like the Gammas. They were cool.
Yeah.
They're fun.
They're the one thing that I actually like a lot more in Japanese, just because their two voice actors were also in this other anime that I really liked. Durarara. There were two of the major characters in that. So that's just like it, and they just recast these voice actors.
Not to be confused with the
voice
Rororo?
actors.
Yeah.
Durr.
Man, you know what one of the best parts about this film is? Now that I've seen it, I can read the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even though the manga takes place before this movie.
Yeah, but
so you could have done that too.
You son of a bitch.
Because that's what the manga's on right now, is like prelude to this movie about Trunks and Goten in high school, and Dr. Heto's like doing zombie stuff, and I presume it's going to end with him getting arrested.
Are they
before he
gonna
winds up in prison?
Are they gonna like adapt the movie then? Do you think, or is this gonna be one where it gets like a page?
I have no freaking clue.
I've been played. I've been bamboozled.
But yeah, no, it's been Trunks and Goten getting into like being superheroes. It's so good.
Hell yeah! I mean that's fine because I needed Pan. I needed Pan.
Yeah. Yeah, for me this is the Pan redemption, because GT Pan
GT, yeah,
never did it for me.
yeah.
But Pan is so good at the end of Z. This is finally good Pan again.
Yeah, dude. I'm so psyched for Pan going forward.
I know.
That's the whole thing. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
So
Her bowl cut.
her little bowl.
So good.
Yeah, man. She has her little knapsack. She's drinking that water with two hands.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
She offers Piccolo a water bottle because she's considerate.
Yeah.
It's just funny. I really like thinking about like the way Piccolo handles Pan in terms of training and the way he handled Gohan back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
Just
Man.
like his character growth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in some ways, it also seems like it. I guess Gohan's an adult, but still, I think about like when they're fighting Cell and Goku is like yelling his shit at Gohan, and Piccolo's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what kind of father are you right now?" And then we skip forward to now, and Piccolo's like, "I'll just force Gohan to be strong by pretending to kidnap his daughter." Like, okay.
Yeah.
He's big now. You can handle it.
I don't know. I love when Gohan's like making that big crater and Piccolo is like on the edge of it and he like looks at the camera and gives a fist bump.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Man.
I find that very funny. I also like the details we get with Gohan's glasses in this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He actually needs, because he needs glasses when he's not Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Basically.
Dude, I was
And
literally...
then when Piccolo throws him a sensu bean and he can't catch it, I'm like, fucking that's why he misses the fucking Batara earring in the Boo Saga. Because he needs glasses. And he doesn't have them yet.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was... Well, because he took his glasses off after he went Super Saiyan. I'm like...
Yes.
Is it because he doesn't need them? And then later they literally ask verbatim. And I'm like, I love this film. They're asking the questions that I have.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was a great little detail. I'm trying to think, like, in regards of fighting, like what my moment was. I guess it's between Orange Piccolo getting punched and not reacting, because that was that was delicious.
Because Gambit 2 is really selling. Like, he's so mad.
Yeah. No, that whole like setup, it was just perfect. But Gohan using special beam cannon was fucking cool.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
I also like the reveal. It's like, oh, it was a thing he was working on his own time, without Piccolo like yelling at him.
Yeah, like practicing and stuff. And I wish they would have kept more of the tone from the sub, because in the sub Piccolo was like, it was marvelous. I wish they would have. I wish they would have had a stronger word like that in there. I think they did like the sheepish thing. It was pretty good or something. It was pretty good, I guess, or whatever. something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let Piccolo be happy. No, that was super cool. As soon as he put his finger to his head, I was like, "Oh man, that's so good."
It's so good.
I do wish I can I don't know what I wish. On one hand I like that Gohan in other stuff we've seen him in, he's wearing the orange gi, but I do kind of wish he would roll with like his Piccolo outfit too, just because of when he was a kid and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, he wore both at different times.
Yeah.
Oh, he's had different teachers, you know?
Yeah. The question is, what one will Pan wear?
They're both those options are better than his green tracksuit he was wearing for a while because he couldn't find his gi.
I think he should exclusively wear the rotund scholar coat. Just a wire hoop in there, keeping it firm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if he was just wearing a white button down, that would also, like a dress shirt, that'd also be pretty good.
Yeah.
And slacks.
Yeah.
Like, I would be into that too.
Yeah. No, I could. That'd be acceptable. Man.
But yeah, you see how the pacing of this movie is so different from the previous one.
Yeah, I was wondering what you meant by different, and then I turned it on and we get like exposition. And I'm like, oh. Like we're taking a bit to get to stuff. I see.
Yeah. We get exposition, we get just like characters talking to each other.
Yeah.
And then once we get to like the fighting part, even then it's like not as intense.
It's not just a
until the
fight
end.
that just keeps fighting.
Yeah.
Like little breaks and people changing targets and whatever else.
Mm-hmm. And like there's just more room to breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when Bulma and everyone just show up and everyone's just saying, "Hey." People have time to say hi.
God,
It's like, wow, I haven't seen you in so long.
Was it Bulma who said she brought the best fighters she could find and Krillin?
Yeah.
Didn't have to fucking do my man that way. Come on. He helped.
Eventually, yes.
He saved his wife.
He used the Kenzan and he used the solar flare.
Yeah,
Very
dude.
helpful. That was good. I was glad Krillin got to be helpful.
Yeah.
Because they were dunking on him pretty hard at first.
Man, they were so
where he's like terrified.
Yeah. Well, I guess also like there was reason for him to stay back with Pan and Bulma. Like he ended up needing to fly Bulma. So that's pretty good. He got fucking hip checked. That was great. What, he's about to open his mouth against Dr. Hedo or whatever.
He told Piccolo to get big.
That was get big. Yeah, that was him getting Piccolo fucking getting huge was so good. That's what I needed.
Yes.
I mean, I hadn't really thought about it in a long time either. It's just not it's not useful unless you're facing an idiot at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a gimmick that didn't work.
I mean, even at the time,
like yeah, no.
Yeah.
The thing we need more of is Goku firing Kamehamehas with his feet, though.
That'd be good. That'd be solid.
The problem is he can just fly now, so
Yeah.
it's not as useful in that for the ways he was using it there.
I mean, what if he needed to fly fast?
It's true.
Now, hear me out.
If you need a turbo boost.
He does the Kamehameha through his feet. There can be someone behind him. It can be a dual purpose, but then the idea is that he needs to go so fast that he does a fucking Haldo maneuver or whatever the hell from Last Jedi. That'd be cool. I'd be into that shit.
Sure.
But no, this movie was so fucking good, dude. Is it?
Yeah.
The big question that I was thinking about after finishing, though, is it my movie of 2022 or is it still Ultraman? It's kind of tough.
Only you can answer that.
I think it's still Ultraman, honestly.
It's Ultraman for me.
Like that. They're both incredible, but I think Ultraman just it did more for me.
Yeah.
If
Like part of what I love about this movie is like just checking in on the next thing that's going on with these characters I really care about.
yeah.
Like just getting to hang out. And that's not like this is like the greatest movie ever in the world stuff. This is like this just makes me happy. So it's like a very different thing.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it had been pan focused, it would have been. Like if it was about her doing a thing, then it probably is better than Ultraman. But
yeah, I would have a chance.
Yeah, I don't know for any other character. Like even if it was about Goku and Vegeta again, I don't know what it would have to be better. Like I think maybe if it had been like more from Trunks and Goten doing stuff, more like high school stuff, if that was incorporated into it. I don't know. But yeah. No,
it's hard. I mean
Ultraman.
Shin Ultraman is one of my favorite movies ever, so it's not a
yeah, I don't know where it sits for me like that, but
yeah.
Certainly for 2022 it was like not even a fucking contest.
Yeah.
We got this.
They are both superhero movies.
We saw Ultraman 10 minutes into the film.
Sure. I mean, we saw Goku immediately in this movie. So.
Yeah, sure, but
got
like,
Kid Goku montage.
Oh hell yeah!
Come on. Like not even Goku, Kid Goku. Fucking crashing through that mech. And it blows up.
That grenade.
That grenade kick.
Yeah, no, that was good shit. Man, I like that. The Red Army saga was real good. Yeah. Oh,
yep.
Worth the wait. Very, very pleased.
Did you notice who voiced Magenta? The new head of the Red Ribbon Army? That guy?
No.
In the dub, he is voiced by Charles Martinet.
Oh, shit. That's wild.
It's very funny.
I'll have to fucking go back.
The people, all the dialogue about the Mario, the new Mario movie that was going on then, and then like Charles Martinet is literally in a movie playing a character.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
Very different thing. Yeah, no, they knew what they were doing. Guess it's like a gimmick.
Yeah,
but he did a good job.
I mean, this is like the thing people have been talking about, right? Like, for as much hate as the Mario movie, I guess, got initially on release. I don't know the state of it. I don't care. But like the idea that why are famous actors getting hired when there's so many voice actors that this is their job, you know? And there was all the backlash because like Chris Pratt was just doing his normal voice for Mario more or less, And I can understand not wanting like the classic Mario voice for a feature-length film. That makes sense. But I think clearly they could have just gotten Charles to
but we're like
thing.
20 years into Hollywood animated movies really casting this way.
Yeah, I know, but stuff highlights it, you know?
Like I feel like the first Ice Age movie is the first time I can think of where it's just like these are just names that we've put into these roles. So we can show you a list of names rather than like actually casting parts.
Yeah.
Not that that's a movie I ever cared about even then, but
I think it's... See, for me, it's more rough because, like, you already had a person voicing this character who can clearly do, like, other stuff. If it seems like...
Yeah, I don't know that Charles Martinet would have been, like, the right choice for what Nintendo wants out of that character, which I think is just younger than Mario is in my head. Like, Nintendo's idea of how old Mario is he's, like, fucking young.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me.
I mean, the only time when I can be like, yeah, this is the celebrity casting I could get behind, like the whole Danny DeVito as Detective Pikachu, like, that shit would have been incredible.
Yes.
Or just like thick Brooklyn accent Mario, like that's acceptable.
Yeah. But I mean, I was thinking about it, and Chris Pratt got that part because he was the main character of the Lego movie, and that's another movie with like a generic dude protagonist.
Yeah.
And that's what Nintendo wanted for Mario, is generic dude. So like at least in this case, like it is someone who has done voice work in terms of a main character thing. It's not like completely out of nowhere. As much as I don't like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I mean that
as a
aside,
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for what it's worth, I mean, it's also, I think he's like the weak link in that movie from what I've heard in the trailers.
Yeah.
Like, Jack Black's crushing it. What's her name as Peach is fine. People didn't like Peach from the trailer. I thought she sounded okay. Fine.
I don't remember.
I believe the
What
complaint I saw was, I mean, just your typical trash gamer fare. Like, why does she sound so strong and confident instead of frightened and princessy? Like, fuck off.
They did make a video game about her where her power was crying.
I mean, that's like
Super Princess Peach exists.
Look, crying is like, that could be anybody's power. That's man, woman. Like, imagine the power you would have had if me and you met and then you just started crying. Like, I'd be decimated. I wouldn't know what do you do?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. Now, yeah, voice acting be weird.
Hollywood be weird.
Hollywood be very weird. Yeah, it's all weird. So, what all do we have left to do now for Dragon Ball? We have like a chunk of films left, older ones.
Yeah.
And then the manga.
And then the manga.
We need to...
And then there's stuff like GT and Dragon Ball Super Heroes. Then there's bottom of the barrel stuff. But
yeah.
But yeah, in terms of news, in terms of story content that we haven't seen, it's the movies, it's the manga, and then there's like the stuff in Z that you never watched, the anime filler of original Z.
I mean, I plan on doing it. It's real easy to say I'm gonna rewatch Dragon Ball and then watch the original Dragon Ball Z and then do GT, but like that's a fuckload of time. We're watching other
it's a lot.
Stuff and we're reading stuff like, whew.
Yeah. The way I look at it is like we finish the movies, we finish the manga, and then we probably
chill.
That's probably it. Yeah.
For you,
because that other stuff is like really, you really want to revisit Dragon Ball again like later. You're just completely chosen for like, I want to see this aspect of it that's bad that I never saw before or whatever.
I mean, for original Dragon Ball, I just straight up want that. Like, that's just...
Yeah.
I want that immediately. But yeah, the other stuff, I very much... Unlike original Dragon Ball and Kai and Super, I feel like with Z, there's going to be a greater chance of, I'm actually just going to play Pokemon while I have this on, instead of saying I'll do both, and then just I end up watching Dragon Ball. But what I know of Z, it's gonna be more of that.
I haven't watched all of Z.
Yeah.
To be clear.
Yeah.
There is that Frieza Goku fight goes on for fucking ever.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm ready for 8,000 episodes of Namek. It was so fucking long in Kai, dude.
There's like, yeah.
Oh, man.
What an episode where like Goku and Frieza stare at each other and then kick at each other and then that's it. Episode's over.
Yeah.
I think Goku does bite Frieza's tail though in that episode at least.
We get to see him bite a tail in Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part they left in.
Excellent. They've done it.
They cut out like 20 minutes of staring at each other with no dialogue. Just cutting back and forth. And also like the filler of Bulma being stuck on Namek and fighting crabs or whatever. And Roshi, Chi-Chi, and Yajirobe on Earth in spacesuits waiting for Dr. Briefs to finish another spaceship so they can go to Namek, which they never do.
Great. Sounds
but we got a lot of cutbacks to them. That's the thing that like drives me the most nuts is like the cutaways to those guys just hanging out in spacesuits on Earth. That's never gonna matter.
Man. I was telling someone to check out Dragon Ball. I'm like, I know it's because I figured they probably have the same view that I did on Dragon Ball, like growing up and stuff, and they're like, isn't it just like people screaming and taking like 50 episodes to do a fight? I'm like, it was, but they fixed it. they made it better, and early Dragon Ball is delightful, and late Dragon Ball is fucking incredible. There's some of the mid stuff that's a little mid, but it's worth it. And I don't think they believed me. I think they thought it was still that's like fair. We're gonna take 15 episodes to do a thing. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, this is just not true for Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At all.
Like, and that's what, like, watch original Dragon Ball, if anything, you know? Like, it's good shit.
It comes first.
Yeah, man. It comes first. It's like, the voice acting is good. In either in Japanese, obviously, but then like the dub is solid.
Yeah, the dub has the advantage of they dubbed that second, so a lot of those actors had like some of those characters they're just better at it because they've been doing it for a while.
Man, I went back though. I linked it to you a while ago because I thought of it, and then I thought of it again today. God, they did Baby Piccolo so dirty.
They really did.
So fucking bad. That Stitch voice.
Piccolo.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, my only parent was Piccolo. Like, ugh. And you cut, like, if I had seen Dragon Ball Z first, or Kai or something, anything else, and I see, like, I hear Piccolo's actual voice, and then I go back and I hear that, I would have lost my mind. That's funny as hell. Yeah.
It was a choice. They made a choice. I don't know why they made that choice.
But they did.
They did.
Maybe just for jokes.
It is so funny. In Japanese, it's just like, yeah, it's a kid.
Yeah. I remember checking. It was like, well, this is normal. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me. The film was fucking great.
Yeah, it's a great time. High recommend.
Yeah. Even if you're not into like the CG stuff, it's not bad. It's not. I think it would.
No, I was.
Do you think it was better or worse than Singular Point? That's like the more recent CG thing I can think of that had a lot of it.
I mean, the CG is better.
Okay.
In places by a lot. The Singular Point at least had like plenty of 2D like all the characters were 2D.
Yeah.
That's what
But I just
saved. That's really what saved that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
But like
most recent
that shot
thing.
of when Gohan goes beast and like hits Cell Max and Cell Max is like his tongue is splayed out. Like that one shot is better than anything in Singular Point.
Yeah. I mean, the fighting stuff, Singular Point was pretty weak.
Yeah.
Overall. But if you want analogies about like pies and the space-time continuum, unmatched.
Yeah. Like my closest comparison to anything close to this good is the new Trigun anime, because that at least they do the same thing of redrawing the faces, so all the facial expressions are good.
Yeah.
But that has the problem of they're cutting out frames. So everyone's motion when they're like moving around looks really herky-jerky.
Oh.
In a way this doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, no, this film was super smooth.
Yeah.
It looked like that.
And it's just because like in TV CG animation, they like cut out frames to like match the frame rate of anime.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like to 14 frames or whatever. I don't get it.
Yeah. No, it's I think that's actually the worst part of like Dragon Prince, because their CG I think is actually pretty solid. Like it looks drawn, it looks cartoonish in a good way, but their frame rate is fucking weird. And I still don't actually know, because I just recently rewatched it. I don't actually know if it gets better and they adjust it, or if you just get used to it. I can't tell. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was.
I assume you can get used to it. I just am not.
Yeah.
It always looks bad to me.
No, dude, just watch like 40 episodes of a thing, and then maybe it'll click. It might not, but you just have to try it. 40 episodes, low commitment.
You know, I'm not gonna fucking finish. Like, it's gonna be a struggle for me to finish an episode of a thing if I'm not into it. It's a struggle for me to finish an episode of a thing if I like it sometimes.
I literally, when I was rewatching Dragon Prince, because I wanted you to check out like the first couple episodes for like the cartoon watch thing that we might do someday. I started it over and I immediately went back and like deleted it out of the doc. I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's just no way. I'm not doing that to Hank. And it's not, I don't think it's good enough to bother otherwise. Like, I can't even be like, no, you just seriously, it's that good. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it'd be like that.
yeah.
Oh, I think that's a podcast.
Hell yeah.
Salt Circle Podcast, gmail.com, Salt Circle Pod on Twitter. No, not Anchor.fm. Anchor.fm/Salt I think will still redirect, but Spotify changed all that stuff and is more integrating Anchor. So I think the Anchor thing is going away. It's just going to be on Spotify.
Oh.
I think Spotify finally eating that stuff. Like their whole links on their back end changed around too.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like they bought them fucking years ago at this point.
Yeah.
So they finally gotten around to it, to eating it. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, the larger streaming service ate the smaller one. That's Darwin or something.
After it bought it, yeah.
That's how meals work.
Eat its heart and gain its power.
Gross.
Peace.